Before we can dive into the world of modern cognitive behavioral theory, it is important to first review previous schools of thought, if only to point out key flaws and differences. One of the most popular of these being the triune brain hypothesis, more well known as the lizard brain theory. You've likely run across this through viral headlines such as, "Don't listen to your lizard brain," and "Your lizard brain's fight or flight response." The hypothesis was developed by a neuroscientist in the 1960s, following limited observations of monkeys in a lab. With virtually no evidence to support it, the theory was then perpetuated throughout pop culture for decades. Even worse, it made its way into the classrooms of prestigious universities and onto the pages of prominent psychology journals, with some still teaching this concept to this very day. Essentially, the lizard brain theory directly compares lizards to mammals in general and then to primates and humans. It postulates that within all human brains are more primitive structures which functionally correlate with the brains of less intelligent animals. This model uses terms like reptilian brain or mammalian brain to label structures involved in instinctual responses or emotional regulation, respectively, with the neocortex being the third and most advanced layer of the brain, thought to be unique to humans and responsible for complex thought. As you can imagine, there are many flaws with this model. First, it implies that evolution occurs in a linear fashion, with structures directly evolving from one species to the next. Then, it suggests an additive evolutionary process, with the brains of all species starting with the simple lizard base, adding more complexity around each previous layer over time. Finally, it attempts to explain human behavior as a result of a constant struggle between the primitive and instinctual brain and the evolved and logical brain, suggesting that some behaviors are simply hardwired. While tempting to use due to its simple explanation of complex concepts, most modern scientists agree that this theory is not only incorrect, but at times harmful when applied to human thought and behavior. Modern cognitive behavioral theory emphasizes evidence-based examples of a branched and parallel form of evolution, with the brains of many species evolving separately over time, differing in complexity but with structural and functional similarities. Modern theories focus on identifying individual brain structures, determining their functions, and examining how they work in concert to execute a wide range of behaviors. In this model, we see that it is not the existence of a neocortex that makes humans unique, but rather the increased size and development of this structure when compared to other species, allowing for more complex information processing. More importantly, it emphasizes the fact that humans do not have lizard brains, and that no matter how powerful an automatic and emotional response may seem, it is not hardwired, giving hope to those who wish to unlearn negative behavioral patterns. And this, we will soon learn, is the basis of cognitive behavioral therapy. So remember to stay tuned for more.